Good morning, everyone, or good day, or good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet, which still kind of cracks me up that, give me a second. And let me check one more thing. Have thumbs up day. I love it. All right. I really have an idea. It's very cold here. I'm running the heat this morning. I'm freezing. So, okay. I've got to get a bunch of videos around. Oh. Get D Beaver back up. Got some gunk I'm trying to get rid of. Rash or something. Alright. Use bookmarks to quickly access links to objects of database. Alright, cool. I was trying to solve this. As I guess D Beaver, I guess Postgres. Hello. How are you? I don't think I've seen you here before, so glad to have you. Anuj. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Correct, but I'm glad to have you here. So, don't really have a plan for today. I know I need to get. Let me shrink this down so everybody can see. I need to get some videos made today. I know I need one for YouTube, and I haven't made any for. I don't have any for LinkedIn yet. And I was trying to work on trying to work on this problem right here of showing casting, because when you have two different types of crap, that's not what I wanted to do. I inserted more. Add duplicated rows. It happens. We can delete it. But what I was showing was, if we do this and even though I was trying to do this as a string, and what I found very interesting is right here, this is writing to customer ID, customer total, and what did I had these in the wrong. This is what you do have to be on the lookout for, because I inserted this into the wrong. So I put country. These were in reverse. So you have to be very careful the way in which you do this. Let's see. Do I have them both in the reverse order? And I thought, nope, it allowed a string to be written, a varchar to be written to an int. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay. Well, one, I guess we need to fix that before we can even do this. So let's fix that right now. Let's drop this. Yep. Let's do this. Yep. That's how, and you never get rid of this code like this, because you have no idea when you're going to need it again. Country, customer, total, country, total, percent. So we need to rearrange this. We have this right here to make sure. Okay, so customer, country, customer total, country total, and customer percent. All right. Now we can, let's see what text that was. So now let's insert this into, run this. Awesome. Let's run this. All right. How did we create this? We created this as varchar. Cool, the heat turned off a little bit. Any questions about anything? SQL, Python, development? No, right now this is just straight up database SQL work. It's no, because we've been working on. So I'm on the process of trying to get a new job. Wow, my fingers are really dry. Trying to get a new job, so I'm trying to put content out into the LinkedIn world, and I'm trying to think of everything. So I'm trying to think of this as, well, one, I want to make content that people would possibly need to know how to use on LinkedIn if they're wanting to, because I'm trying to think about myself being somebody who was a self-taught programmer, but when I had to move over to SQL, that was challenging for me to learn everything that was important, and I picked up some bad habits. So it's just kind of like best practices and things to be prepared for somebody who understands structure, problem solving, and programming, and then how to take those skills and move them and be prepared to write SQL queries and then everything that goes into it. And this is just very, very high level, generic things that you're going to run into as a programmer moving over to SQL. And all of these concepts, changing variable types, casting, because if you've spent any time with Python, you're able to you understand the concept of moving a variable type from an int to a string or a string to an int if it's a digit. So we're just kind of playing around with that right now. And I was trying to illustrate that you need to have the variable types be the same for a join to work, but it looks like dbeaver handles that for you, because right here, in my experience, especially with GCP, BigQuery. Thank you for coming to hang out today, by the way. If you could hit the like button, I'd appreciate that. So let's shrink this down. Like right here. This is not supposed to, Unique key. Read only, not valid. Row identifier found. Is it because my percent sales? Let me look at something. Did I do it? Let me see. Create statement. All right. I did do that. Because I really want to get a video up because I'm trying to, because today Monday or Tuesday? Today's Monday. I guess I don't need to get going right now, but all right. And then constraint, primary key, ID. Let me look at something. Right, with partition. Because here's the next. Here's the next big issue. Whoa. Hang on, sorry everyone. Don't know why. Everything just decided to kind of freeze. Give me a second. I may go turn the air up and the heat up some more. If this decides to... I haven't even used... Okay, it's not everything. It's just... I'm not even using virtual. Alright. DDL. And this isn't even... They didn't partition on anything. Oh, because this is a fact table. Of course, it wouldn't partition on anything. No, this is not a fact table. This is a dimension table. Actually, that is a great idea. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Fact versus dimension tables. What's a fact table? Whoa. What's a dimension table? All right. Don't know why that's still freaking out. All right, let's go back here because it just dawned on me. This is... How many rows is this? 59. Yeah, that's right. I want to look at something. Does What language does dbeaver use? You require a database run that is developed. I don't care what it's developed. What SQL? What SQL language? Because not all SQL editors are the same. That took me the longest time to understand. There's MySQL. Different versions of SQL. SQL Server, Postgres. And they're all slightly different, and I should MySQL, right? Postgres. Duplicate. Versions of SQL. There we go. Place holder. All right. Joining on. So right now I'm trying to get to the bottom of. So if you're just joining me, thanks for coming and hanging out. Right now I'm trying to get to the bottom of why this is working, because I want to show you right here. This should not work, but it is. Hang on. This should not work. By the way, I appreciate all your tutorials and videos. They really aid in improvement. Well, thank you very much. Is it Anuj? I mean, you know what? I want to. Oh, I did not tell everybody we were live. Oh, I'm on the other server. Let me do a test. At everyone. I'm live. There we go. Yep. All right. Well, Anuj, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming and watching and viewing and asking questions and writing comments. All those things help me. If you can do me another big favor and hit the like button if you haven't already. But yeah, this should not work because it should not be understanding my experience. One dbeaver is Do I have control over what type? No way. Yeah, that's all of them. All right. Choose the schema. Connection. All right. All right. Not bad. Any questions so far of anything we've been going over?
No.
Oh, don't want to be playing that. Whoa, whoopsie. Don't need to get blocked. Oops, sorry, everyone. I think that came through, too, because I don't think I have that. No, I do not have that turned off. I feel like I'm extra red today. Don't know. That feels extra red because I don't have any side light. How's that? Let's check something. This, yeah, that feels pretty pink. An extra change in color. That blue. That's weird. It's very weird to me. I need to get another light. Put it over here, I think. I don't think there's a way around it. It is what it is. All right. Why does SQL join? Because right now I'm trying to figure out this should... Why can dbeaver join on unlike columns? That's not it. All right, here's a dbeaver documentation. No. That's not. Create one-to-one relationship between tables. So let's talk about one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one. Let's look at this. So one-to-one would be two different... That'd be a great nether. Let me make a note of that. This is still... It didn't do anything and that thing's still frozen. All right. We're going to do... One-to-one. One-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one. One-to-one. Many-to-one. And one-to-many. Okay. Feel like that's a good topic because when would you use these? What are these for? And now it just dawned on me. Fact tables and dimension tables. Yep, and this is why you just have to do. So, all right, so kind of why I'm also, oh man. Shoot. All right. I have a mild infection that I'm trying to deal with and try not to get it everywhere. So the reason why this is a 1-to-1 is this is from the customer table, right? There. Let me get back to the query. Customer table. So what is the customer table? What is it? And support, what is that? Support rep ID. Oh, okay. Interesting. I like that. Now, hang on one second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I got some things on the stove, and I'm trying to check on it every 30 minutes. All right. Let's get this back as good as it can. That's not bad right there, right? That's so cool. Don't really know why that. Can't really wrap my head around why it does that, but that is, I don't know, that's kind of cool to me. All right, I think that's a good color. I think it has to do with the blue underneath. All right, so fact and dimension. Heard a hard and fast rule, and it tends to apply. Fact tables are actions. Dimension tables. Hang on a second. Hang on one second. Facts are nouns and dimensions. So also, now everything that I've learned about this table, you would want a date range also. Like, people move, right? So you would actually want to have a start year or an end year or a start date or an end date. And this would actually be a slowly changing dimension table, right? Because it would SCD. Let me make sure. Yeah, because slowly changing dimension, so it'd be a dimension table, because this is a customer and everything about the customer. Yeah, slowly changing dimension, and there's all different types. Just search. I do not like that. Just search. I do not. Tables. Slowly changing dimensions. Yeah. So, because these are nouns. These are not. And then I also was seeing a lot of where you'd leave a dim in front of it to denote, to make sure that you understand that it is a dimension and it's not a fact. So you would also learning that the dimensions of it, we would want to add when they were and when it happened. And then now that I think about this, we would even do it on, you would join this. You would also join this on the order. Let's look. Invoice. Let's see what else. Customer ID, billing address. Customer ID. Invoice date. We need to look at truncating and pulling the year out of date. So we need to look at that. That's something else we need to do. Customer, invoice, properties, total, invoice date. Yeah. All right, we need to look at this. Let's talk about this for a second. Invoice date, are they all the same year? All right, I need to show you something very cool. All right, this is invoice, and then we'll deal with oops. But I do need to do casting. What is casting? Use case. Joining columns. Joining columns. All right. So use case or use case? Use case. Use cases of stack data structure. Interesting. I think I've had a LIFO and FIFO. All right. Okay. dimension to dimension fact to dimension and dimension to fact. There we go. That's a great place to start. All right, what else? Any questions that I've missed by chance? All right. Let's see. Like I was saying, just kind of dawned on me with all these things that I'm learning. This should have a date range too, like beginning date, end date, and then maybe even. It'd be redundant. But the query to build that, we can look at that later. That is a very interesting query because also you'd want to track, is it a new customer? Is it a... And also in this, I would say, I would want to know if in this table in itself, to help with kind of keeping things concise, when they got entered, were they a new customer? And then when they're making sales, did they order? Because I think we did one. Or basically, we did the one earlier. Was if a artist hadn't made any sales, right? Yeah, so it'd be kind of the reverse of, well, hey, we're not selling any of this. Do people even know about these? Is there something we can do different? Or should we not be selling these artists? Should we not? Is there something that they just don't resonate with our audience? Or what should we do? What should we get to the root cause? Our RCA, root cause analysis. I don't think that is not taught at all in school. I never heard of it until maybe 5 years ago, maybe 6. And then the other thing is we could do this again with which customers are not purchasing. How many new customers did we get last year? How many recurring customers do we have? I was very naive to that. That is the actual trick. I saw a restaurateur the other day that you need a customer to come 3 times and have an average or above average experience all 3 times to have them be a recurring customer. If you dip any below, or you can't get them a 3rd time, even if they have an exceptional, it was really interesting about human nature about this. Even if they have exceptional experiences and they've come twice, there's still only it's something like 50% of the time, 50% opportunity that they'll become a permanent customer. So that was something that I learned back at the building. If you could get an employee to make it 6 months, they were 95% more likely to last 5 years. If you did not get them Now, if you could get them in 4 times and have it got easier. If they had a good time and they came 4 times, you had them as a customer. And also that whole speech that I was watching or interview, it was also talking about survey bias. It was in because you typically only get people to give you feedback if it was bad. So you have to parse the feedback with recurring customers. So it's a very interesting, and they didn't go into it because it was probably proprietary to understand. Ooh, what is that? I don't know. Execute SQL in tab. Okay, what is that? Execute SQL. Explain execution plan. And what is this? SQL terminal. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I did not sleep well last night. Is there any questions before I just kind of keep going in the direction that I've been? I want to comment this out. What is it? So I don't insert this again. That was annoying. Why can't I remember multi-line? Okay. Multi-line comment SQL star. Shows you how long I've been commenting on my mistakes in SQL. I used to do this every day. There we go. Bingo. All right. Wow. That was a little unnerving. All right. So this right here, I can't get the error. Wow. Because I'm concerned they're not going to believe me. Because I know this would fail in GCP. And transaction log. I'm pretty much into the customer ID. It's literally showing right there. It's varchar in varchar. In varchar. I didn't notice that because I wondered if it was new. It could understand it was a digit. Okay. Pardon me. Been on for what? About an hour. Yeah, about an hour. Let's see. Let's just keep plugging along. So we have, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I already have 4. What do I want to talk about today on YouTube? Let's see. I think I need to close that. Yes. Come over here. I need to get some homework done too. I need to keep prepping. Keep prepping for a possible interview. Terrified about that. Don't know why. My fingers are so dry. The fingertips are starting to crack. So, yeah. Let's see. It's been 2 weeks. Sorry, my brain is just all over the place. Invoice artist. Turn the sheet back up. There you go. It's 44 here. Not too crazy. It's going to start raining here in a little bit. Man. And it's back freezing again. Then we have a heat wave. All right. I know there's some people who probably have questions. Please don't hesitate to ask, because if you have it, somebody else. But yeah, here, this is 100% a dimension table. But this is okay, let's go through this. Type 0 dimension attributes never change and are assigned to attributes that have durable values or are described as original. Example, date of birth, original credit score. Type 0 applies to most date dimension attributes. So I guess a band's name. But if you think about it, a band's name would not change. It'd be a different band. So this would be a type 0. Type 1, one method overwrites old with new data and therefore does not track historical data. Type 2 adds new rows, tracks historical data. So that's historical. Yes, so we were doing that in the boot camp, type 2, where was it a new player? Was it a returning player? Was it a retired player? That was very interesting to me. So I would want to track that as an active customer. Where do they live? When they order last, are they an active customer? Do they live where they need to be? Something like that. But those are all the things data modeling. I used to think that data modeling was forecasting, and I missed out probably on a lot of jobs to apply for because I misunderstood. So super important. All right, I need to check something. An email. 14th. Yep, I need to pay some bills today. Okay. I think I have an idea. I think I need to create a Did I really put this video out there? I gotta check something. I think I need to write the transcript, because what I found is I read more on, I don't think people are actually watching the videos on LinkedIn. So I think what I need to do is I need to write them and moving from I need to get up in this back up. Sorry. Anxiety spike. Be right back. Oh, hang on. One more. All right, I'm back. Okay, we're getting some better light outside. Let's see what that looks like. That's so funny. So I find it funny when you hit yes, it does not update. I don't know. On my work computer, I had Spider, and then they took it out of our app store. It was weird. Because I was like, oh, everybody needs to go and download this. I have some scripts that will help everybody with things. And like I did it the week before. And then I went and they were like, it's not there. I'm like, what do you mean it's not there? I literally just did it last week. Yep, it got pulled. I was like, oh, that's not good. All right. Where are we? I think I just had a crazy idea. Time. And I think I know what today's video is going to be too. Old Chat GPT. Can I have an image of time? What was that? Was it this starting? Oh. Would you like to automatically update and install using Spider Installer? No. Sure. Could you be specific of representation? In reference to 168 hours in a week. It's interesting. I just got a clarifying question from Chat GPT. Here's an abstract representation. Okay, cool. I like it. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go. Nope. Pictures. Where the hell are the rest of them? Give me a second, everyone. Not there. Closed everything out. Doc. Pictures, doc. There we go. Just straight up D. Yep, there we go. And boom. Okay. All right, everyone. So I'm just kind of going through because I know what I want to talk about. 168 hours in a week. Duplicate. Can you sing a song? Because I like the Time Keeps on Slipping song, but I don't know if you can sing that and that not be a copyright. All right, let's get this in the middle. There's 68 hours in a week. Whoo. Sorry, everyone. 30 minutes goes by fast. Alexa, reset I'm coming. Alright. Sorry about that. I had a few people jump in. Guess I need to plan better. Alright. 168 hours in a week. So I remember this discussion. Told my dad I didn't have enough time. And he said, "Do you know how many hours there are in a week?" And I went, "No." I'm like, 100. And he's like, "No, it's 168 hours in a week." So let's kind of go through this. 168 hours in a week. 168. All right. Week equals 168. All right. Okay. Sleep. Equals 7 times, let's just get crazy. 7 Where's this coming from? Okay. Sleep week. So week minus sleep. Okay, work. The print week minus sleep. This is the best way I've thought about doing this. Okay. Then work equals, let's just say 50 minus work. 69. Eating, because you have to be realistic. So 3 hours a day. 3 hours a day times 7 minus eating. All right. Commuting. Let's just say a minus commuting. Okay. Errands. Now, I didn't have any of these when I was a kid. I was dumb and I didn't have any responsibilities. Errands. Let's say another 5 hours. 5 hours a week. That's probably low. You'll say you have a family. You got 10 hours, 31 hours. Family stuff. Let's do on average 2 times 7. He's got family stuff minus family. So see that this is where you have time to just get stuff done. And this is a jam-packed schedule. But if you can be efficient, let's see if this works. Yeah, I like this. This is very SQL-like. Not SQLite, but SQL-like. 168 hours in a week. Sleeping, working, eating, commuting, errands, family stuff. There's still 17. That's 2 hours a day. 17 divided by almost 2.5 hours a day of something to do. All right. Yep. Hours in the week. Okay. I think I got today's video. All right. Because I remember, because what was so funny to me is perspective. Not perspective, but even perception. I've misunderstood and really wasted a lot of time, and probably could have made my life a lot easier if I really understood that perception is reality. I thought it was, oh, well, that's their reality. Well, it's reality. It's what they really think. So if you want to, quote unquote, meet them where they are, that has to become the new reality. And then, but you can. So then if you think about it on the other side, you can change it. So if perception is reality, then change the perception. Change the perception, you change the reality. Boom. That was probably the weirdest thing to me. So if perception is reality, then you can change reality. So if somebody is feeling slighted, make them feel unslighted. And you just change everything. Now, it's not easy work, but it's an easy concept. So you just start. But all right. Let's get ready to film this for today's video. Time. I love chat because I was borrowing images, grabbing images, and I was like, I'm probably going to get in trouble for grabbing these images. But now that I have Chat GPT do them, I don't care. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't look like a 5. 6, 7. Does that look like an 8? That looks more like an 8. That's not a 10. How many are here? Are these all the same? Here was something that somebody made some really interesting concepts about time. Is that the amount of time that it takes the hand on the outside, it takes the hand longer to go around the outside of the dial than it does the inside. Now, we also know the math of that and why that is the case. But if you start to think about that, perception, reality, circular kind of argument, 168 hours in a week, 168 hours in a week, 168 hours in a week. Family, work, errands, eating, resting. Family, work, eating, resting. Hey Sam. I guess you're talking about this right here. So I get asked this a lot, and to help you develop and grow, what are you wanting to accomplish? So thanks for coming to join in, but I want to help you. The point of this channel is for you to hi Sam, is for you to grow. What are you wanting to do, and why does the editor matter to you? So I want you to think about that. You can answer or not, but I want you to and how far along are you in your programming journey? All right, let me get ready and check the. Let me go back to here. Eating, resting, family, work, eating, resting, errands, chores, secondary work. What do I want to say? Secondary chores, responsibilities. But okay, I don't know if you're still typing, but I get asked this a ton, and you have to start asking questions to get better at asking questions. Let me close this. Let me see if this makes a difference. I feel like that's better. There we are. All right, we're getting a little bit of light outside. All right. But yes, Sam, I think people get hung up on equipment all the time. No, I'm just following along. I understand a little bit of what you're doing. There is a lot I want to say, but I got increased in my tuning time. Increased my tuning time for what I'm working on. Yeah, so one, you can do. I can help you with a variety of ways. My YouTube channel is kind of it's helpful and not helpful because there's so much content, and I don't want to delete anything because then I lose all the views on the videos. So if you can be on a desktop or a laptop, just non-mobile, you're able to search. You can go into the channel and search for anything you want. But what I want you to really spend time on is the fundamentals of solving little puzzles. Because, okay, yes, I am assuming the structural layout of what you're doing. It depends on running file app, running via an open port. Okay, so yeah, I just here. If you go back and look at my old videos, literally, I did everything from here for like the first, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years. And this is plenty. For you to learn programming in Python, this is great. Because I just want you to think about this. Let me make sure I'm in the square and you can see this. Yeah. So this is just a tool. This is just a hammer. So if you start to think about this more than a tool or a hammer, and think that this is just a prettier hammer, that's all it is. It has more things to it. Or how about we use a tennis racket? because I love the story when I was a kid about playing tennis, and I used that example of that the tennis pro that I was playing with. I said I couldn't beat him because his racket was better than mine. So we switched rackets. And didn't make a difference. I was a very young and naive child. So this is just a nicer tennis racket. But I need to know how to use the tennis racket, correct? So don't get hung up on the tennis racket like I did. So practice solving some problems. Practice. Gotcha. So you are on mobile. No, I understand. Go over to the. Do you have Discord? Go down to the description down below. There's a link for the Discord server, and join that. And a lot of people go over there, and it's easier to communicate. You can send code snippets. You can send links to files, and don't send files in the server. Send a link to like pasty or paste it, or a GitHub repo. If you upload any files, it will be deleted, just for safety protocols. And but yeah, let's see. Okay. No, I completely get that. That's why I'm an advocate for understanding what true constraints are. Because again, I'm right, Sam. I'm right there with you, 100%. I struggled with non-consequential items, thinking that things were important that they were not. But you have to start there, and it's a painful journey, but you'll become smarter than most everyone around if you take the opportunity to learn from them, because you will have these lessons that will be indispensable to you that nobody else learned. So take advantage of those. So you're working through this, you're trying to figure out what you want to do. And self-learning is extremely challenging because no one's there to tell you what to do. That's why that's the real reason why self-employed individuals go out of business so much. Doesn't have anything to do with really anything else. It's very hard to be disciplined and know what to do next and make yourself do that thing next. So you have to make it bigger than you. So setting up a routine and being disciplined, work for the routine. Don't have the routine work for you. Work for the routine. So, but yeah, beyond your mobile, I don't know a way to code and have a compiler. Hey, Yank. Yeah. I mean, look, I've been around a long time. I'm probably a lot older than most of you on here. I've had one viewer who's older than me, but he was only a few years older than me. But they've been around a long time. So, all right. Let me see this lighting, and you guys will get to watch me record a YouTube video. Let me do something. See if I can get this to do what I want it to do. Very makeshift, using a clothespin on the back of my collar. That's some pretty good. Let me see if I can keep that color. How's that look? Let me come over here. It's a little pink. Is that? See, that's the thing I don't like about my two monitors. They are not the same. All right. Okay. Let me make sure I haven't done this video before. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I have a little... I just want to do a test. 168 hours. 168 hours. Feel like I did. Yeah, but it's 4 years ago. Finding time. You know what? We'll do it again. Let's see. How many people watched this so far? 129 views. The last time that it got viewed, let's see. It's been viewed twice in the past 90 days. And it's been viewed 9 in the past year. All right. Finding time. What'd I name this? Finding time, 168 hours in a week. No, I said 4 years ago. This is 4.5 years old. All right. One more color check. Ooh, that is... I want to try something else. Give me a second. I want to turn this backlight off. I did this on accident the other day. Let's see what this looks like. How's that? That feels very red and very... How's that? That feels pretty good. There we go. All right. $168 hours in a week. Hi everybody, this is Sam with Python Basics. So, been talking about a lot of interesting things on the live streams recently. So, came up about time, not enough time, time management, things like that. So, gonna kind of recap a chat that I had with my dad 28 years ago, 29 years ago, that I said I didn't have enough time. And after about 2 hours of lecture, I found out that I had plenty of time. So I got asked, do you know how many hours are in a week? And I went, I don't know, 100? And he said, no, 168. And I was like, holy crap, that's a big number. So let's just kind of go through this. And this is a very, very, very busy schedule. I'm going to show you something in just a minute. So 168, let's say you get 7 hours of sleep, 7 days a week. Let's say you work 50 hours. So you're busy. You are busy. Eating, an hour a meal, 3 times a day, 7 days a week. Commuting, let's say you have an awful amount of time, and we're going to give you an hour a day just driving around. Then another 10 hours of just straight up errands throughout the week. Then family time, you got stuff you got to do every day, 7 days a week, 2 hours a day. So now we run this and we're subtracting all this out, and I want to show you 17 hours left. 17 hours. 17 divided by 7. It's almost 2.5 hours. You don't have to do anything crazy. You don't even have to do just 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes of something extra a week. 45 minutes of something every day. This is 2 hours and what that? It's 6:20, 24 minutes. 2 hours and 24 minutes a day that is available. Now, for me, when I don't have anything left, this is 2 hours and 24 minutes of wasted time, because I have found that if I don't have anything to do, it's mismanagement. Now, there can be some distractions, but I just want to show you that I call it stacking. If you can stack everything up, you can find time, even in the busiest of busiest schedules. So there we go, guys. Make sure you're dropping any comments, questions, video requests. Make sure you're joining the Discord link down below so you can get the help that you need and deserve. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. All right. I feel like that's some pretty good. Ooh, that's pretty red. I thought the color was better. Let's see. The display is fine. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. All right, Sam. Curious, what time is it where you are? Just curious. I like to ask that. Let me get this off. I don't need that. Come on, why is this not moving? I'm going to look at something. 168 hours in a week. Hi, everybody. This is Sam with Python Basics. So, been talking about a lot of interesting things on the live streams recently. So, came up about time. Okay. That doesn't look that bad. All right. What questions... Okay, so you're Eastern. Okay. I'm Central. I don't know if you're Eastern and down in... Yeah, because we have folks, we have individuals all around the globe. So, well, Sam, it's very nice to meet you. Do you have any questions? Because I'm going to eating responsibility. I know another one that I want to do. Responsibilities. That's not right. Responsibilities. How can I... 17 hours left. $2.42 hours a day. Let me do. I know what I'm gonna do. Don't have paint and don't have snippet open. That going back and forth between none as of right now, but I should be able to try to make it a habit of watching you along with other content creators to do this. Awesome. I appreciate you coming to watch and hang out, but don't get into hang on one second. It's already been another half an hour. Give me 90 seconds, everyone. Alexa, reset timer. All right, here I come. Don't get stuck on... It's the equivalent of analysis paralysis. You need to build something or be solving daily challenges or something where you're writing code for you. You're solving problems for you, because just watching us, you're just going to get into it and you're just going to be constantly action. It's like reading books about like self-help or weight loss. Really just need one, maybe two, to go be like, no, that didn't fit for me. Or you definitely shouldn't have read multiple books all the way through, because by the time you're leading it and you're like, no, this isn't a fit, stop reading it and go and find something that works for you. But what you should be doing is building something, getting stuck, going to find a video, answering that question, and then moving on and solving that problem, and then going and building and solving something else. Now, if this is entertainment, that's one other thing. If you need a break and you're like, hey, I just want to go and hang out and chat. But if you're watching these and you're hoping to learn something and improve a skill by watching, you're not going to do that unless you immediately stop watching and putting it into practice. If you watch multiple videos without practicing anything, you're already in the it's the equivalent of analysis paralysis, and you're not actually developing. It's like, how many books about batting? Sam, do you do any sports or anything like that? It's like batting, or in my case, jiu-jitsu. I have not read any books on jiu-jitsu, but I would go and roll 5 hours a week, and I'm getting better and better all the time because I'm doing the activity 5 hours a week, and there's no replacing the actual activity. So I appreciate the time that you're spending here, but what my real goal is for individuals to become self-sufficient. There we go. And then, plenty of sport. What sport? And I want to give you, and I hope it's this one sport. I really do, because I'm going to really. That's not what I wanted. And then I want delete, paste. That's good enough. Awesome. B-ball basketball or B-ball baseball? Because soccer. Have you ever read a book on soccer, or did you go and do a bunch of penalty kicks and corner kicks and passing drills? I bet you got shown the passing drill one time and then had to go do it 1,000 times, right? So you didn't sit and watch videos on the passing drill. You might go and go, okay, how's he doing this? He's crossing over and he's stepping his plant foot, and then he moves. That's what you have to do. All right, I kind of like this layout. Oh, I don't like that I have the cursor in the middle. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that cursor. Delete. Delete, 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 delete. But when I do this, all right, let's see what this looks like. copy. It posted something and then Sam deleted it. All right, let me get this. All right. Okay. No, I did the same thing. Okay. There. New. Bingo. Finally. See, I'm slow. But the reason why I still care about some mistakes I do. Some mistakes I don't think I should make. Uh-oh. But then others, I'm like, yeah, but I just learned a lot. There we go. That's pretty. I just learned a lot. Everyone do me a favor. And if you've not clicked the like button, go ahead and do that. Responsibilities. Work. Family work. Eating, resting. Responsibilities. Errands. 17 hours a week or 2.42 hours a day. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. What time are we at? We've been on an hour and 35 minutes. Already? Okay. Different versions of SQL. Postgres. I need to get this. Different versions. Postgres, right? Postgres, my SQL, a SQL server, Redfin, SQLite, or SQL. I'm even guilty as this, saying SQLite. Okay, there we go. MySQL, SQL Server. SQLite. If you think about that, because it's not two L's. All right. Appreciate it. Shank, I don't think I've seen you here. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll be posting that later today. And I just had a realization that I think I also need to oh, that's funny. Somebody just said 15,000 out of our checking account. Is that what I think it is? And it was an AWS bill for a project that he was working on. That's funny. All right. Before I go down a rabbit hole of working on these, and I'm not seeing any comments, any questions. You just subscribed. Thank you so much. We just had some individuals drop in. If you can do me a favor, and if you can hit the like button if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it. Trying to appease the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, because my thumbnails are abysmal. But I don't know. Ooh, almost just. Hang on. My anxiety just spiked up pretty bad. Give me a second. Okay. There we go. That's made a boo-boo. Look, I struggle with, OCD. I have dyslexia, a stutter that I battle with that I'm sure if you've paid, can you talk about Python and Mojo superset of Python? Okay, what would you like to know about Python? What all I do with it, or what all you can do with Python? Because I've not ever used Mojo before, and again, this is. So what I really encourage you to do is to be building something for yourself, building something for someone else, building just the act of building, tinkering around, solving problems, just doing. That actually is a great video. Doing stuff you don't want to do. Yeah, that was last week. Actually, I know one thing that we need to talk about: time management. Time management. Time management for perfectionists. Yep, that's what I want to do. Python I use. All right, I'm really new to my channel. All right, I'm really new to your channel. That's what you wrote in meeting my channel. All right, so I'll tell you quickly my journey. Shank, thank you so much for coming and clicking and watching and hanging out. All right, so I started. Quick recap. I was working a full-time job and a part-time job, and I always read the Wall Street Journal from a young kid. I was exposed to those type of things very early on. There was a insert magazine inside a journal piece, and it was titled Big Data. So that was back when we understood that data was exploding, didn't know what to do with it. And I kept seeing this language Python come up. I had tried to learn programming 20 years before that at a summer program, and I just could not get C++ at all. But I was so intrigued by it. I absolutely loved it. So I found out that Python was completely free, and I was like, aha. So I played around with that for probably a year or two and was stuck a lot. Tried to do an MIT class. That was a lot. But then I was really starting, then I got some other online books and was getting the basics down, but was still stuck. But with me being 40 and understanding, no, that was 10 years ago. So I was it was in my late 30s. Yeah, I've been using Python for 11 years. So I knew in my experience that teaching and training was the best way for me to become very good at a skill. I had numerous experiences with that. So I talked my kids' schools into allowing me to come and teach the elementary and the middle school kids programming. Well, what that did is that really cemented what I was learning. So it was actually drilling down and becoming more in depth of my knowledge. And subsequently thereafter, I learned the saying, the quote from Richard Feynman: "If you want to master a subject, teach it." And so I did that for a year or two, and then my son talked me into a YouTube channel, and he said, "Hey, you really need to start teaching what you're doing on YouTube." And I go, "Okay." So that forced me to continue to learn and grow with my skills and ability. Thanks for answering. You are really kind, and I appreciate learning from you. Keep doing what you're doing. Well, thank you very much. And then, so I started the YouTube channel, and that really propelled me into advancing my skills quite a bit. Then the YouTube channel actually got me my last job, which really kind of blew me away. So then I learned, in the meantime, I built a stock screener because I needed it, and my programming skills were good enough to support it at the time. So I started using APIs and API calls and hitting websites and streaming data and all of these things. So that's why I go on and on about building something, because you're going to run into a problem and you're going to learn a lot. You're going to think you know a lot, which is good because you need to think you learn a lot, know a lot, to get you to do something that is a little scary. And then you end up doing that, and then you become more comfortable, more confident, and you start doing more scary things, and you go from there. And so then after the YouTube channel Stock Screener, met someone, told them I was on YouTube. They were so intrigued. About a year later, interviewed for a job at my company, at my former company. Got a data analyst role, which that was in kind of a little startup section of our company. So I didn't stay a data analyst for very long. I turned into a data engineer and a rapid app developer. So that was interesting to me. So then I had to learn SQL, and then had to learn Visual Basic. And then now I'm doing even more with data engineering and building pipelines on using some pretty high level advanced platforms. And then now I'm trying to get a software engineering job and building front ends and web apps and go from there. So hope that helped. Hope that answered the question. But the trick is, it's not easy. Everybody wants a really easy answer. No, they want a simple answer. They want the work to be simple. They want a very complicated answer with the work being simple. I want you to think about that. So if the answer is simple but the work is very, very challenging, that's your answer. All right. As of now, I want to learn Python to manipulate Excel for table processing, as I am a data analyst in the market research field. Oh, fantastic. Well, Python is absolutely the place. So just start. So that is you. If you're already, so you are a data analyst right now. All right. And you're doing market research. So do you already have access to the data? Because one, getting access to real life data is challenging. But if you're already in that field and you just need to learn the skills to manipulate it. So, all right. Go and look at, let's do this. Let me find my pandas. So you're going to want to download and install Python either on your work or your home computer. And then pandas library. Where is? Come on. Playlist. Get a shareable link. Here we are. So now, there's two things you need to do. Well, one you need to get Python on someplace. Then two, you need to get pandas. So pandas works. I think that's to, because sometimes YouTube is very delayed. I think that yes is to, you're a data analyst now. So awesome, which is great. So you're already in the job. Now you just need to grow in the job and with the skill sets. So you can do this with a variety of ways. Pandas is very helpful. It can be confusing sometimes, but if you can also learn SQL, this is where Python and SQL, if you learn these two, the reason why I excelled so much in my last job was we, as a company, Walmart was moving over to Dataiku, and the Dataiku is written in Python. Everything that they run is in Python. And I knew Python, so I could literally run these scripts and run these jobs and dump SQL into it. And anything that SQL had struggled with or was missing something, I would just fill it in with some pandas, and then we'd move on. So, and pandas can read SQL, Excel files, CSV, all versions, and can handle 6 or 8 versions of data files. So whatever you're working with, pandas can handle it. And that link right there that I just sent, that is 50 something videos of pandas. And then you may need to tiptoe around with NumPy. Actually bring in pandas and NumPy, because you are going to need to, I'm already thinking about filling in columns with zeros, checking for NaN values, and that's through NumPy. So pandas is built upon NumPy, but sometimes you will need to reference NumPy for NaN values, columns like that. So if you're already in the data and you already have it, you're further along than anybody who wants to get into that market because you're in the market research field. So yeah, you will be catapulted ahead on your team. Currently not doing, working instead of watching. Seeing your channel. No worries. Hey, you had to it, and that's fine. You can you are educating yourself on things that you can do, and but I think I'm probably going to wrap up here. So I don't know where you are on the globe, but it is mid-morning here. What am I looking at? It is mid-morning here, so I'm probably going to start wrapping. Hour 52 I've been on, so I'm going to start doing that. But yeah, make sure you join the Discord server, because you're probably going to have some questions of ingesting data and working with the data frame. It can be a little clunky, but it's a great tool. It's a great tool. I envy you, because I'm just a data nerd, and I love I didn't even realize I was a data nerd until I had the job, and finding patterns and things like that. So all right, I don't know if Shank, you're still here or not, but I think it's just me and you. So I'm probably gonna wrap up. because I need to get some more work done this morning, and haven't heard anything about this other job, so I'm probably need to start applying for some other jobs right now. So let's see, because right now I'm in between roles, so I envy you with getting to work with some nerdy stuff, market research. I don't know any experience with that, but that just seems so interesting to me. I don't know. Is it like actually like taking things to market, or people's habits, or how is it? If you're even able to say, which I completely understand. When I was at Walmart, I wasn't allowed to. When I got my severance, I finally got everything that I was allowed to speak to. It's been 6 months. I wasn't even allowed to say the program I worked with. Definitely was not allowed to talk about. I wouldn't have spoken about bosses' names. Was not allowed to talk about org chart, which I would not have. It was weird. But I wanted my severance, so I played by the rules. Took the longest to get things turned in. That was weird. Sent me a box that it was I could have shipped myself back to Arkansas. I will join your next YouTube live stream. Awesome. Okay. We'll be on tomorrow. Don't know what we'll talk about. But you go try to download those 3 things: Python, Pandas, and NumPy, and make sure you install. When you're installing Python, make sure you click the box for pip, because that is important. Because it's pip, it's going to say pip and path. We make tables in SPSS. Oh, that's cool. Don't know what that is. I'd love to hear more about that. Like I share above. Hey, join the Discord server. It's down in the link below. I'd love to learn more. Statistics? Interesting. Okay. SPSS. IBM SPSS statistics. Okay. That's kind of cool. What is my watch doing? Yeah. Oh, then if you're wanting to do that with Python, then you need, if you're doing this, using programs for statistical analysis and social sciences, metadata, dictionaries, data files. Oh, yeah. You need to be all on this. And let's see, can be driven by Python or VB.NET plugins. Oh, I can help you a lot. Yeah. Maybe we can work something out. You shared a pic above. It must have gotten blocked. Okay. Cross tab. All right. Did not see you join. Hang on a second. Alexa, reset timer. All right. I'm probably going to wrap. But yeah, Shank, join the Discord and maybe we can chat. And I'd love to set something up. I'd love to know more about what you do. That's very interesting to me. I don't know anything about statistical analysis, but I can write some awesome SQL, and that is, it runs with R. Yeah, I know R is a lot more statistics, but Python has packages. Actually, I mean in here. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What is the module for statistical analysis? All right. Okay, I need to wrap, but thank you everyone for coming to show up today. Shank, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, and make sure you join the server, and maybe we can chat. I'd love to know what more, or what you're able to divulge, what you're working on, because I'm sure market research, they want to keep a lot of that under wraps. But all right, thank you everyone. Great stream today, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Everyone, be safe. Dismiss.